Hey, what's up, guys? Chase Craig here with Own Boise and Keller Williams Realty. And today I'm here with the September market dynamics. It is August 8th as I'm recording this video. And I want to kind of dive into a couple things here just real quick so you can see what's been happening. So let's go ahead and dive right in. One of the first things I want to look at is month over month here real quick, just so you guys can kind of see what's going down. So let's look at last month real quick, and I'm focusing on this number right here. This is our active listings number. So August of 2019 was 901, July of 2019 951, June was 893. So let's take a look at September. What's been happening? So focus on that June number there. So June's 893, 951, 901. Look at the numbers previous year. August of 2018, we had 870. September, we had 959. So let's go ahead and look at this year. August of 2019, 901. So 901 versus, last year was 870. So we actually went up a little bit. Let's look at September of 2019, 898. September of 2018, 959. So we actually went down year over year in September. So it's really interesting. There was a little bit of a scare from some of the other people who maybe break down the market dynamics saying that, year over year inventories actually increased, which it did. I mean, let's just focus on those numbers again. So August was 870. Well, August of this year was 901. So it went up 31 houses. But if you go back to September, so September was 959 versus September 19, 898. I mean, that's 61 homes, something like that. So there is quite a bit of a decrease year over year in September. So did it really mean anything? No, I don't think it meant anything. Here's the numbers I want you guys to focus on. They're right here. Let's see the inventory levels. So this is 80 county market as a whole. Again, if you ever want any of these, like I've got the breakdown for every community. CUNA, you can see Northwest Meridian, Northeast Meridian, Southwest. We've got all of Boise. I mean, sorry if you're going to get sick looking at this. North End, Northeast Boise, Southeast Boise. We've got everything. So if you want any of these market dynamics as a whole or broken down further into each little MLS community that we have, we can absolutely send those to you. Just reply in the comments or send us an email if you got an email from us. We'd be happy to get it to you. So, but here's what I want you to focus on. This is 80 county as a whole. Look at these inventory numbers, because let's be real. Like the only reason you want to know about these market dynamics is what is going to happen in the future. Well, while I can't predict the future, I can certainly lean one way based on the information I'm given. And this is the only information you need. Basically, up until 600,000, we have less than 3 months worth of supply. So what that means is that let's take this 500,000 to 600,000 range. If we didn't take any brand new listings between now and the next 2.6 months in that price range, they would all sell and we would have no inventory. So where that number is pretty even keeled is like 5 to 7 months. So if you find a market with inventory between 5 to 7 months, which we don't have any markets between that, those are what we would call neutral markets. It doesn't really favor the buyer or the seller. It's just kind of even keel. Well, anything below 5 months is a seller's market. Anything above 5 months above 7 months is a buyer's market. So right now we're clearly still in a seller's market, basically up until you get over $1 million as a price point. So if you were wondering like, okay, I'm a buyer and I'm considering buying, should I wait until the prices go down? I'll tell you right now, there is very little chance prices will go down between now and next spring, May, June. They're very unlikely to go down. We would need a massive amount of inventory to come into our market and some sort of real issue. Like if interest rates went up 3 or 4%, like obviously inventory would go up, but barring something like that, prices will likely increase again in the spring. So sorry. So if you're a seller and you're thinking, should I sell now or wait until the spring? Well, here's the dilemma, right? We'll definitely have more inventory in the spring. We always do. So you're going to have more competition. Now, could prices go up between now and next spring? Yes, they could. And I think it's very likely they'll go up a little bit. 2 to 5% is probably pretty well where we're going to be. And that will happen sometime between March and May would be my guess. So there is a chance you could leave some money on the table. However, the competition's super low. Like if you have a home under 400,000, you've got, or under 350, you got 1.2 months worth of supply. You should sell that home today if you're considering selling. Absolutely. And by the way, if you're considering selling this home and moving up to a $400,000 or $500,000 house, look at the inventory. It's a little bit higher. So you've got an opportunity to maybe choose from a couple more options. And maybe even right now, just because typically as we go into fall, our market slows down a little bit, you might be able to negotiate. We're seeing some real estate agents missing the number on their pricing. They're pricing it as if it were spring still, where they can say, oh, it's worth $100,000. We're going to add $5,000 to it and sell it. That doesn't work in this market. You really need a real estate professional that knows exactly where to price your home at, so you don't sit on the market day after day after day. And ultimately have to reduce the price only to have someone come and negotiate even lower than the number you should have been at to begin with. So I would strongly recommend, now's a great time to sell if it makes sense for you. If you wanted to hold out until spring, or if that's a better timing for you, I think you're pretty safe as a seller to do that. You will have more competition at that time, but typically spring brings more buyers too. So it's not something I get super, super concerned about. But yeah, as a buyer, don't wait until spring to pay more money. Interest rates right now, as of today, are like 3.75%. They're very unlikely to get much lower than that. And the pricing, given the inventory, is likely to go up. So buyers, get to buying. Sellers, you've got a great opportunity to sell today. You could potentially make more money if you wait until the spring. I'm Chase Craig with Own Boise. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for checking it out, and share it with someone who it would help benefit. Thanks. Have a great day.